Calcutta races for the 17th day of the monsoon meeting. We move on to the first race in today's card, which is the Mischievous Trot Handicap. A handicap was rated 1 to 26 in Class 5 to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 1 will be Diamond Harbour. Diamond Harbour's last outing was in race number 91 over 1400 meters, where it finished on 6th. The winner of that race was 7 Step. Number 2 will be CAIDEN. CAIDEN's last run was not an impressive one in race number 105 over 1200 meters, where it finished on at the back end of the field to finish on 10th. The winner of that race was Tibidabo, who won that race quite comfortably by about a length and a half. Number 3 will be Shania Spet. Shania Spet's last outing was in race number 111 in over 5.5 furlongs, where Shania Spet led the field till the distance post and then faded away to finish on 4th. The same race we had number 10, Imi and myself, who finished on 6th, and number 11, Ascend, who came up with a late run to finish on a length behind the winner, who was Midnight Star. Number 4 will be Winner's Delight. Winner's Delight's last outing was in race number 99 over 1200 meters, where Winner's Delight finished on 8th. The winner of that race was The Last Judgment, who came up with a late run on the very wide outside and went on to win that race. Number 5 will be Winning Turn. Winning Turns had 2 starts this monsoon meeting, last one being in race number 104 over 1200 meters, where it finished on 12th. The same race we had number 8, Gringo, who finished just a step ahead of Winning Turn to finish on 11th, and also number 9 was Glamorous Glory, who finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Monaco. Number 6 will be Eastern Flame. Eastern Flame has had 2 starts this season, last one being in race number 53 over 5.5 furlongs, where Eastern Flame couldn't produce much and finished on 7th. The winner of that race was Nomi, who came up with a late run and went on to win that race comfortably. Number 7 will be Major Colors. Major Colors has had 2 starts this season, finished 3rd on board in the first start in race number 15, and then last one being in race number 75, where it finished on 7th. The winner of that race was Mrs. Willy-Nilly. Number 12 will be Solaris. Solaris has had 3 starts this monsoon meeting, finished off the board on all 3 occasions. Last one being in race number 90, where it finished 8th over a distance of 1600 meters, where the winner of that race was Adriatic Sea. We move on to the second race in today's card, which is the Steal the Glory Plate, to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 1 will be Rishank. Rishank's had 5 starts this season, finished 2nd 4 times, and the last one was not an impressive one over 1600 meters in race number 108, where Rishank finished on 5th, and the winner of that race was Flying Cloud. Number 2 will be Yuvan. That's the one that we need to watch out for. Has had 2 starts this season. Last one being quite an impressive one in race number 99 over 1200 meters, where it came out with a late run on the wide outside of the track and finished on 2nd behind the winner, who was The Last Judgment. Number 3 will be Expensive Affair. Expensive Affair's last outing was also a very impressive one in race number 85 over 1400 meters under heavy shower. Finished on close 2nd, just a length and a half behind the winner, who was Fire Opal, who was just too good that day. Number 4 will be Arjuna. Arjuna has just had 1 start this season in race number 46 over 1200 meters, where Arjuna warmed up very late and finished on 3rd. The winner of that race was Luminac. Number 5 will be Fireberg. Fireberg's last outing was in race number 106 over 5.5 furlongs. Did run in the front bunch and came into the field into the final 400 meters, but finished on third behind the winner, who was Luminac, who won that race. I beg your pardon, Oakbrook, who won that race very impressively by about 7 1/4 lengths. Number 6 will be God Save the Rest. God Save the Rest, his last outing was in race number 113 over 1600 meters, where God Save the Rest went into a start-to-finish essay, but then faded out in the final stages of the race and finished on fourth, and the winner of that race was Rising from Ashes. We move on to the third race in today's card, which is the Marinsky Handicap. A handicap for horse rated 21 to 46, 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. We move on to number 1, Uncrowned King. Uncrowned King's last outing was in race number 55. Just had one start this season over 1200 meters, where it finished on 6th. The winner of that race was Simran's Choice, who blew the field away. Number 2 will be Rustler. Rustler's last outing being in race number 91 this monsoon meeting over 1400 meters, where it finished on 4th, and the winner of that race was 7 Step, who just managed to hold on and win that race by half a length. Number 3 will be Danceress. Danceress's last outing was in race number 107 this monsoon meeting over 1400 meters, where it finished on 5th. The same race we had number 4 Hudson, who finished on 7th at the back end of the field, and also number 8 was Sicario, who finished on 8th, and the winner of that race was Prince of Heart, who won that race by 4 1/4 lengths. Number 5 will be Imprimatur. Imprimatur's had 3 starts this season, last one being in race number 112 over 1600 meters, where it finished on 5th. Couldn't produce much out of Imprimatur. And also in the same race we had number 9 Orion, who finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Dancing Lord. Number 6 will be Queen's Command. Queen's Command just had one lung opener this monsoon meeting in race number 113 over 1600 meters, where it finished on 5th, and the winner of that race was Rising from Ashes. Number 7 will be Glorious Run. Glorious Run's last outing was in race number 38 over 5.5 furlongs, where it finished on 7th, and the winner of that race was Iconia. Number 10 will be Super Chick. Super Chick last outing being in race number 24 this monsoon meeting over 5.5 furlong. Did not complete the course was Super Chick, where the winner of that race was All Rounder. Number 11 will be Modification. Modification's last outing was in race number 119 over 1600 meters, where Modification led the field and came into the straight by leading the pack, but eventually faded out and finished on 2nd, and the winner of that race was Hail the Queen. We move on to the 4th race in today's card, which is the Active Asset Handicap. Handicap for horse rated 41 to 66 to be run over a distance of 1400 meters. Number 1 will be Farsight. Farsight is come down from Hyderabad, has had its last start in Hyderabad this season in race number 73 over 2000 meters, where Farsight finished on 3rd. And the winner of that race was Reunion. Number 2 will be Malana. Malana's had 3 starts this season and won its one start, when second start finished 2nd, and then last start being in race number 77 over 1200 meters, where it finished on flying 3rd. The winner of that race was Bang Bang. Number 3 will be Big Star. Big Star's last outing was not an impressive one in race number 114 this monsoon meeting over 1400 meters, where Big Star finished on right at the back end of the field to finish on 8th. The winner of that race was Luminac. Also in the same race we had number 5 Alien, who finished just ahead of Big Star to finish on 7th. Number 4 will be Stormfront. Stormfront's last outing over 1600 meters in race number 108 this monsoon meeting, where the Stormfront finished on 4th. The winner of that race was Flying Cloud. Number 6 will be Jordana. Jordana has already had 5 starts this season, where last one being in race number 107 over 1400 meters, where Jordana finished on 3rd, a faraway 3rd as a matter of fact. The winner of that race was Prince of Heart, who won that race by 4 1/4 lengths. Number 7 will be Lancaster. Lancaster's last 3 starts this monsoon meeting. Last 2 starts in the first 2 starts in race number 10 and 39 finished on board, and then the last one being in race number 94 in the Calcutta Cold Trial Stakes, where it finished on 5th, and the winner of that race was Eastern Star. We move on to the 5th race in today's card, which is the Ascriptive Handicap. Handicap for horse rated 41 to 66, 21 to 46 eligible over 1100 meters. Number 1 will be Dungle. Dungle's last outing was in race number 115 this monsoon meeting over 1200 meters, where Dungle finished right at the back end of the field to finish on 10th. And also in the same race we had number 5 Coconut, who had quite an impressive run to finish on 4th, but the winner of that race was Normie, who won it from Bergamot. Number 2 will be Fabienne. Fabienne's last outing was quite an impressive one in race number 98 this monsoon meeting. Came in with the front pack but eventually faded out. The winner of the race was Simon Templar, and Fabienne finished on 3rd. Number 3 will be Shy Belle. Shy Belle came into the straight in its last outing in race number 77 over 1200 meters, very wide of the track, and finished on a very late second, just a length behind the winner, who was Bang Bang. Number 4 will be Celerino. Celerino's had 4 starts this season, last one being in race number 96 over 5.5 furlongs, where Celerino finished on right at the back end of the field to finish on 8th. Also in the same race we had number 7 Beach Game, who finished on 6th, and the winner of that race was Lady 2. Number 6 will be Pollyanna. Pollyanna has been knocking on the door. Last 3 starts this monsoon meeting. Last one being in race number 86 over 1400 meters, where Pollyanna, under heavy downpour, finished on 4th. The winner of that race was Vice Admiral. We move on to the feature event of the day, which is the ARKTOUROS Cup. Handicap for horses 81 and above, 61 to 86 eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Number 1 will be Brahmachari. Brahmachari's had 1 win this season in its last 4 starts. Last one being in race number 101 over 1400 meters, where it finished on 4th. The winner of that race was Amorous White. Number 2 will be Denny Crane. Denny Crane's last outing being in race number 116 over 5.5 furlongs, where it finished on 7th. And the same race we had number 3, One Man Army, who finished 2 lengths behind the winner to finish on 2nd. Also number 4, Shivalik Story, who finished on 3rd. And then we had number 5, Commander, who finished on 5th. Also number 6, Copernicus, who was the eventual winner, who won that race by 2 lengths. And then we had number 7, Lightning Strikes, who finished on 6th in the same race. And number 8, Alicia's Pet, who finished on 8th in that race. So eventual winner of that race was Copernicus. Number 9 will be Rule Down Under. Rule Down Under's had 2 starts this season. Both its starts finish off the board. Last one being in race number 78 over 1400 meters, where it finished on right at the back end of the field to finish on 8th. The winner of that race was Occitan.
We move on to the 7th and last race of the afternoon, the Fly Like the Wind Handicap. For horses rated 21 to 46, 1 to 26 eligible over 2000 meters. There are 2 runners we are looking at here is Furel, number 1, and number 5, Cool Conqueror. Furel was racing towards the end of the field as the horses turned for home, but made steady progress towards the rail, finished on 2nd. The winner there was Rising from Ashes, who ran away with the race. In the same race, Cool Conqueror also made late progress on the wide outside, but didn't really challenge the winner, finished on 3rd, about 6 lengths from the winner. Then we have number 2, I Told You No. I Told You No ran with the pace towards the last 200 meters, and the winner there was Jester. I Told You No, as you can see in the peacock blue and gold sleeves, raced down the center, finished on close up, but couldn't challenge the winner. Next we are looking at City Heights. City Heights was ridden up with the pace again, and Dancing Lord, who came up with a late bit, won quite impressively. However, City Heights didn't get the clear room, and finished on 3rd, about 3.5 lengths from the winner. There are 2 runners we are looking at. Number 4, Smith & Wesson. In the same race we had number 7, Adriatic Sea. Smith & Wesson was racing towards the end of the field. However, as the horses turned for home, made steady progress in race number 110, and blew away the field, winning by about 5.5 lengths. And Adriatic Sea earlier had a win in race number 90. However, here finished on weak last of 6 runners. Number 6 is Atletico. In race number 103, raced 4th as the horses began to turn for home. However, didn't make much progress. The winner there was Jester, and Atletico has already had 4 runs, twice on board. Last outing over 1800 meters, finished 5th, about 5 lengths behind the winner. Thank you.